Hi, this is Matthew. I'm going to talk about a CBS special that aired last night, which would have been March 10th, 2025. As I record this, it's March 11th, on Tuesday. That was on Monday. They aired a special called Ringo and Friends Live at the Ryman. Of course, me being a Beatles fan, I had to, of course, check that out. I did DVR it on YouTube TV that I have subscription to. It is on Paramount Plus right now. Went up this morning, obviously. About an hour and 29 minutes without commercials. It was about 2 hours and 1 minute, according to what my time was showing, as I was fast forwarding through commercials. It was a kind of a country celebration. It was at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, of course. It looks like, according to a great website for any kind of set list that maybe you went to a concert and you don't remember what they played, or your friend went and you wanted to see what songs somebody did. It's probably there. I have found the Beatles Shea Stadium or not Shea Stadium, but the Kansas City and St. Louis performances, for example. Those are there. Things like Woodstock performances, for some more recent things. So even there was a concert my mom went to in Arrowhead in '76. I found partial set lists of those. I found who played mostly, but those don't give a lot of details. It's whoever might have submitted their set lists to this site, setlist.fm. So I have found that, and it looks like it was done on January 25th of this year, so pretty recently. So they were able to get that edited together and shown on CBS. So very good, as all country performers with him. They focused on his more country covers and songs from his catalog. Also, they played stuff from his new album called Look Up, which is a country album. I think he's had two to my knowledge. This is his newest one. He did play a few from that, and did play more well-known stuff that he either sang on or did solo. So I'm going to try to go through here, pardon the screen reader, as I read this to get everybody's names, because I don't know some of these performers very well. So yeah, I will see what we can do here. We started out with, as I get the right thing open, he started out playing Matchbox, which was a Carl Perkins cover. Jack White played on it. I know he played guitar. I don't know if he sang any harmony vocals. That's the White Stripes, Jack White, I assume. It doesn't sound like I used to hear him sound back in the early 2000s when I heard some White Stripes. And so his little side project called the Raconteurs, I think they're called. That was more of a classic rock type thing. His other stuff was kind of more rock or alternative, more modern. But he played on that. I don't know who all played in the band part. I don't know for sure. It is audio described, but they don't obviously say a lot because they want you to hear the music. So there's not a lot of comment, just sporadic. There were also interviews with various people playing or in the audience or there, including Paul McCartney. He did it from a studio. Dolly Parton even was talking. I don't know if she was in attendance. She was not visible, but we'll go on that one. But Matchbox, Carl Perkins with Jack White on it. Then we go into It Don't Come Easy, which is, of course, one of his big hits. Matchbox was on a Beatles album. He sang on it. He was big in the country and got them into some country as well. As they found his record collection. Who are these people? According to what Paul was saying. Nobody else. There was no main person besides him singing and everybody doing backup and playing. No one is featured here. Then we go to Time on My Hands, which I didn't know. He just sang it. I think it's maybe from his new one, Look Up. I think it's one of his new ones, I think. Octopus's Garden, of course. It's a wonderful song that he wrote for Abbey Road, and they included. I don't know if they helped him with any of the lyrics, but I know George Harrison helped him with It Don't Come Easy. There was I think one line he added. I forget which line now, but There's a VH1 Storytellers album he did in '98. If you can find that anywhere, he talks about it on that before he plays It Don't Come Easy. Most of his guys that were on the Vertical Man album, I think, is mostly who that band is, but I digress back to this. Then we went to... Oh, yeah, it was that Beatles song. Yeah, Molly Tuttle was on this. I believe she sang it and played on it as well. Ringo apparently is off stage here, it says, according to this setlist.fm page. And just so you know, on these set lists, a lot of them have videos you can play. I've never gotten them to play, but I'm assuming they're a little clip from the song if somebody had it filmed. They're clips you can watch. I've never gotten them to work when I've tried them. But yeah, there's video of everything on this. Then we went to Don't Pass Me By, which is a great White Album song. I think he might have written this one. I don't think Beatles... They were so fractured at this stage. It was mostly everybody doing their own thing on this album. Great album anyway. But he did that with, Jack White. He sings it. That's right. Ringo was off stage. He was on vocals and guitar, Jack White was. Sounding very different than I've ever heard Jack White sound. If it's the same Jack White, I assume it's the same White Stripes Jack White. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I assume it is. Yeah, Ringo did not play on this, it seems. He does play drums at times. I don't know who else was playing drums because I don't know who the band is. I don't know if it may tell me at the bottom of this. I don't know. Then we went to Thankful. I don't know that one. Larkin Poe. I don't know who they are. I think they're maybe two women. I know one for sure is. I don't know who that is. They did a wonderful job on it, though. I must say, I think that might have been one of his country songs from that 70s country album that I've not heard, but I may have to go digging into some Ringo songs now, because I don't know some stuff, and I was sad. I know more George, Paul, and John songs than Ringo songs, it seems. How horrible of me as a Beatles fan. I'll have to fix some of that at some point. Then we went to Honey Don't, which is a wonderful Carl Perkins cover he did. I do like that one. My dad always liked that one. He preferred it over the Carl Perkins version. But I think he would have turned it up anyway, regardless. Billy Strings was the guy on this one, who I don't know, did a good job. Ringo, again, was off stage, did not play on it. I don't know, whoever played drums was doing a pretty good job on his part, though. But he wasn't playing. Then we go to Without Her, which I think is a new one. I'm not sure. I didn't know it. Some people named The War and a Treaty were on this. They did a good job. Ringo, again, was not playing. He was off stage again. Obviously there, but not, I guess, participating on this particular track. Then we go to I Don't Want to Spoil the Party, which is, again, it's a Beatles song vocaled by John Lennon, not Ringo. Good song, though, but definitely has a country thing going on. Yeah. Sheryl Crow and Molly Tuttle were doing vocal duties here, and Ringo was off stage. And Molly Tuttle played a solo, and I think Sheryl Crow might have also played some solos. I'm not sure who all was playing guitar here, but Molly Tuttle did I don't know, it was a mandolin she was playing on what she was playing. Not a guitar, but kind of sound like a mandolin or something. I don't know much about her. I've heard a little bit of her with other people. Good job, of course, with that one. Then we did Boys, which covered by the Shirelles. Ringo did early on. It was on their, second album with the Beatles, I think. He's definitely on this. He's on drum. I know he's singing. I think he's on drums, too. Okay. Yeah, this one has Sheryl Crow and Larkin Poe and Molly Tuttle were on it. Ringo's on lead vocals and drums, so that's what I thought. He was doing everything. I bet there was a crowded stage. I don't know how big. I assume that stage is pretty big, but there were a lot of people on it last night. Well, on January 25th, I suppose, when this was. Ticket prices were very expensive, but I would have gone, and I had a chance, I think. Oh, okay. Although there were 2 sets, I guess. Okay, I didn't know that because they added into his big special. That was all set 1. Set 2, apparently, I guess they must have had an intermission for a bit, and they must have come back out. And then we had Have You Seen My Baby, which I don't know. Jamie Johnson, who I know someone by that name, not this. This was a man. Really cool vocals. Ringo was off stage again. Really nice vocals on this. I don't know this song. He did a great job with it. Really nice, really kind of country voice. Yeah. Excellent job by Jamie Johnson. I don't know if he plays guitar or what he does, but he sang very good, very wonderfully on this track. Then we did You Don't Know Me at All. Again, I don't know this. Mickey Guyton, she sang a wonderful job on this one. I like her voice. I don't know her, but I like her voice. Ringo was off stage. I don't know if she plays anything. But good vocals here by her. I kind of liked her voice last night. Then we went to Act Naturally, which is great. Who was that covered by again? Johnny Russell from Help. I've always liked this one. Ringo always drums and sings on this. Love this song. It's Dolly Parton's favorite song, apparently. I've heard the Johnny Russell one too. A few other things by him. I didn't know that's what his name was. He had a very unique voice. If you pull up that version by Johnny Russell. But I've always liked this version. It's one of my favorite, probably, Ringo vocals from the Beatles. I thought it's on Help. Oh gosh, where's that? Sorry, 2? Because it's the non-movie half. Love this song. It's fun to see him do it live too when the Beatles did it, even though they couldn't hear themselves playing. But it's great. Well, that's right. It was Rodney Crowell and Sarah Jarosz were playing this. I'm sorry, that's right. Rodney Crowell was on vocals. That's right. Ringo was off stage, but he usually does this one. I guess he chose not to. Rodney did a good job on it though, and she was, I think, doing harmony vocals. Sarah, I think it's Jarosz. I can't remember how they pronounced that last night, but yeah. I forgot he didn't sing it. I'm used to him singing the song, and my brain just assumed he did, and I realized I looked at this, and he didn't. I'm like, I remember that now. Great job, though. He was a good stand-in to Ringo. I guess maybe him being in his 80s, he doesn't want to maybe play as much, and maybe he just wanted to give the spotlight to other people. I'm not sure, but good job, guys. Good job. Then we went to I Want to Be Your Man, which, who covered that one? Oh, that's right. This was a John Lennon, Paul McCartney song. He did vocals on it originally, of course. Then they decided they gave it to the Rolling Stones, and they had a pretty big hit in the UK with it. I don't remember how far it got. It charted for them. They were pretty new at that stage, really. They weren't as known as they are now, of course. But this is one of those. It was a special someone did one time on a blind station, songs the Beatles gave to others, and this was definitely one of them that he talked about. It was really cool stuff I didn't know. Some stuff I knew that they had given to others. Others I did not know that were theirs. That was a fun. I wish I could find that again. I don't remember where that was on back then. Larkin Poe did this one again. No Ringo. He was off stage again. He was only on drums a couple times, but I guess he wanted to spotlight other people. And just people that really liked Ringo. And I don't know. I assume he's worked with these people at some point, or he knows them. I don't know exactly how he knows all these guys, but he does. He's been in LA for a long time, but they did a good job here with this. Then we went to What Goes On, which is, again, a John Lennon vocal. for Rubber Soul. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it is Ringo. John's on harmonies for sure. I think George is too. Maybe Paul. Ringo vocal. This I forgot was not Ringo. It was Billy Strings and Molly Tuttle were on vocals here. Ringo was on drums, so he did come out to play. And they always kind of make it. They always seem to say that he was coming out. So good job here. That is a good one. I like that one too. At least in the old Stereo Masters, it was one of those right vocal channel songs where you could, if you had balance controls or something, you could isolate this and have all the great rhythm and stuff on the left side, and him on the right. You could switch them. It's always fun to isolate the vocal tracks or the instrumental tracks with him drumming and the little rhythm guitar going on and stuff. And just if Ringo by himself, it was like doing that when I had a balance control on a tape player. The Billy Strings, they did a good job here. Good song. I always liked that one too. Look Up, which of course off the new album Look Up, of course. My Tuttle is joining Ringo on his vocals here. I did some harmony work. I think she might have sang a little bit. Definitely had some harmony. Obviously played things, but yeah, Ringo was on this one. Good song. Very old school country vibe on these new songs, if you like older country. It just came out last year. I forget when exactly. I kind of remember it coming out, but I hadn't got a chance to hear it. But yeah, I like what I've heard so far. Then we went to Photograph, which is a great Ringo song. He's not singing. Oh yeah, he sings with Billy Strings. He's on this one. I'm seeing vocals and drums. Does not indicate vocals and drums on the last couple songs, but he still sounds really good for being in his 80s. He sounds great. And then we went to Yellow Submarine, which is I love that song. I always have. I wish I had one of those, like some kind of a plastic model Yellow Submarine from that to have. I'm not sure where I would find exactly what I'm looking for, but I would like to have one. The Imagine concert last year, I think, had a Yellow Submarine shirt, and I was able to get one. I was very excited. There was a poster, but I didn't get a chance to. I didn't get the poster. It wasn't available to the public at that point. But I love this song. Love the Yellow Submarine itself. I wish I had one. Strange movie. Definitely a hippie kind of animated thing. Trying to make a kids movie out of it. Great. It's fun though. But I always like the whole Yellow Submarine idea and people running around in it, and just great song. I believe that was more Paul McCartney. It was a little McCartney, but I think Paul had a dream about it or something. I don't think it related to that acid trip they had with that weird dentist guy. I don't remember if it did or not, but either that or it was a dream. I forget which, but definitely more kind of things like that were happening then. But most people got it. Like the audience was singing on this. The whole band were doing like vocals on it, and it was a group effort on this one. It was fun. This one. Oh, this was a biggie. Okay, yeah, we with him we had Emmylou Harris, Sheryl Crow, Brenda Lee, Billy Strings, Jack White. Yeah, Brenda Lee, I guess, sang on this. I did not know that. Yeah. So that's a fun group of people on one stage for 2 to 3 minutes. How wild would that have been up there with all those people? That's amazing. Wow. Emmylou Harris, Sheryl Crow, Brenda Lee, Billy Strings, and Jack White. Man. Go Brenda Lee. Still got it, apparently. Then we went to, with a little help from my friends. Again, more of a group effort. Ringo, of course, on it. We had Emmylou Harris, Sheryl Crow, Brenda Lee, Billy Strings, and Jack White. All were still up there. They did those kind of together. I think they strung some interviews in between them. Great stuff. Again, a group thing, and I think that was. Oh, I'm sorry. We also had on this. Sorry, we had M. Yeah, we had Molly Tuttle, Larkin Poe, Jamie Johnson, Sarah Jaraz, and Rodney Crowell. They all came back out to sing this one. This was the whole group, so the stage was even more crowded than it was before. Great stuff. Yeah, this was like a total group effort. Great time, it seems. And that was. Oh, okay. We have our other people, our backer people were Dennis Crouch, Paul Franklin, Jim Keltner was on drums, David Mansfield, Mike Rojas, Daniel Tashian, and then both nights film for later broadcasts is try that again. And then it said both nights film for later broadcast Ringo and Friends live at the Ryman. And you can, if you were there, you can say you were there. 23 people have said they were there. It looks like, and you can edit if something is wrong or they missed something. You can edit the set list here. There's a way to, and you can edit them. But yeah, if they missed something, you can get it, or maybe they spelled something wrong, or they got someone's name wrong. You can fix it. A very cool place, but that's the way I was able to even get this halfway decent. It's setlist.fm. But I would just type in blah 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 venue, whatever venue. If I know the date stuff, I'll put that in, and it'll just come right up if you search it. Really cool place for set lists if you want to relive something you had seen. If you have no way to have it recorded or something, you can go back and go, oh, that's right, they played that. That was really good, and yeah, it's all right here. Wonderful special. Hour and 20 minutes on Paramount Plus without the ads. It is audio described. It was on TV. It should be on Paramount Plus. They don't say who they are. It was a lady. I don't know who she is. Did a good job. Trying to keeping it to let the music speak for itself. Didn't really say much. Would have been nice to know more of the musicians, but that's okay. Most of them were announced. So that was good. I wish I could have been there. It would sound like a neat night. Was it 2 nights? Hang on, what did that say up here? Oh, it was 2 nights. Okay. All right. So I guess, I don't know. I guess they maybe did 2 sets both nights, and they picked the best ones and made the special out of it? Perhaps. I assume that's what happened here. Okay, I just realized what that said, but that is that. Give it a watch. I really enjoyed it. Heck, I might watch it again at some point if they keep it up there. I'm not sure how long they keep specials, but I at least got to see it live. It'll be on my DVR for 9 months till it expires, but I enjoyed it. Very good. Even if you're not a Beatles fan, if you just like country music and Nashville people and just music in general, yeah, give it a watch, because I highly enjoyed it. Can't recommend it enough. Solid 10 by my Beatles fan and all that kind of thing. So got to see some people I've never heard of, some Ringo songs I didn't know, which was cool, and hear a couple of 2 or 3 tracks from his new album, Look Up. It's in all the music streaming places. I'm sure there's physical copies available on CDs, maybe some vinyl, not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't a vinyl of this. I'm sure there is. Or maybe some other tape formats or something. Who knows what's out there. And I'm sure maybe this will be available for purchase at some point. I might grab it if it is. I might have to grab a copy of this thing in some form if it comes out. Very enjoyable. Highly recommend. I can't say enough about it. I really enjoyed it last night. Stayed up a little later than I should have, I think, but some other stuff was on before it, and I watched that, and then I want to watch this. I don't want to miss it. I wanted to review it, so I quickly watched it, as quick as you can watch a 2-hour thing in an hour and 29 minutes, fast forwarding through commercials. But as I said, go see it. It's fun, very enjoyable. I wish they had more of these kind of things. They used to have more of this kind of stuff on network TV. I wish they would go back to those concerts like this. They don't have enough of them. Old and new. I liked the TV concerts like this. So fun. Do more, guys. Do more networks. Come on. Do some more. Good time. Again, Ringo and Friends live at the Ryman. Go watch it. And I will see you guys in another video.